Hey guys. All right, I'm just gonna get set up here. Hello. All right, I'm gonna wait till some people pop on here. How are you guys? Hi. What's up? How was everyone's day? Hello. Hey, Ashley. You're commuting home. I feel you. I just finished dinner and I'm just sort of like chilling here in my PJs. Hi, guys. All right, I'm going to let people roll in. I have so much I want to talk about today. I know, almost time for EDC. That's like number one. We'll talk about EDC at the end. What's up? No, but I'm gonna jump right into the live today because so much happened on social media, and I was thinking about doing separate videos for it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this all in one thing. Yeah, I feel you guys. Okay, so I don't know if any of you are interested in either Holy Ship or Moonrise, but those are like the main two things I want to talk about today. I'm loving going live too. I'm going to try and make this happen more frequently. I don't know about you guys if you like these, but it's just easier to talk to you in like real time and I can answer any questions you guys have. But yeah, also let me know where you're watching from right now. I like to see like where you guys are all from. I agree. I have some thoughts. So I have the Moonrise lineup here. I'm going to do that second just because I really want to get into that. But I want to start off Vegas, Florida, Arizona, New York, Maryland, Michigan. Oh, it's so cool to hear where you guys are all from. This is so awesome. Yeah, it's like 7:15 right now in New Jersey. I just finished dinner, hanging out. Texas, LA. What's up, you guys? Guam, holy shit. All right, so let's just get right into the video. Okay, so two big things happened in the EDM world today, one of which being Holy Ship. Leave me a comment if you guys have ever attended Holy Ship. I have never. It's been on my bucket list, but and I've had a lot of friends go. It always seems like such a cool festival. I feel like the people who are like Holy Ship fam are very, very tight. And it's definitely like its own sort of like community in itself. The people that attend Holy Ship regularly, I think you like graduate. If you go for like 5 years or something, 5 or 4, you end up graduating, which is like really cool. But anyway, yeah, so if you've never heard of it, basically it's a cruise ship. There's usually 2. It's usually the first and second week of January, and I think it's either a 4-day or a 5-day cruise. And there are multiple stages on the cruise, and it's sort of like an all-inclusive, right? So like you pay for your hotel room, not your hotel room, your like ship room, whatever. And there are stages like on the top deck, like by the pools, in the interior theaters that they have. Like basically it looks amazing, and you get to party on a cruise ship for a couple days. The lineup is always really, really good. And what's really cool about it is that all of your favorite artists are on the ship with you. That to me was like the biggest draw of it because yeah, food is supposed to be good. I mean, I've been on a cruise ship once, but I was in middle school, so that I don't count that. But basically, yeah, so you can like meet the artists easily because they're, you know, on the ship with you. They can't go anywhere, so they all go to the same places. I had one person tell me, I think it was on YouTube, that they were behind 7 Lions on the buffet line and were just like chatting with him, which I would die. I would probably freak out. But yeah, they just hang out with you and they catch the shows. And then some of the artists like host their own events and things like that. So they've had like Super Mario like Brothers games. They've had Flip Cup. So it's really cool that artists can sort of like pick what they're going to be hosting, what games and stuff. Anybody just joining me, let me know in the comments if you guys were planning on going to Holy Ship in 2020. I know it just passed, but anyway, so they just dropped this big news today that in 2020, they are not doing the cruise ships. They are going to be doing it on land at the Hard Rock Resort in Punta Cana, which is crazy. And I think people have like mixed feelings about it from what I've heard so far. Oh, you turned 21. Yeah, it was on my bucket list for sure. So I have their promo email pulled up here. They're calling it Holy Ship Wrecked, which I think is awesome. It's only going to be one weekend. So I think it's Wednesday, January 22nd to Sunday the 26th in 2020. So it's very interesting. So the details here, they are taking over the Hard Rock Hotel completely. It said it is fully dedicated to only people attending Holy Ship. So that was really interesting to me because this is a major resort. I had actually heard of this resort before. It's a legit place in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. So I think half the people who are like dedicated Holy Ship people are probably a little shocked and surprised and might even be upset that it's not a cruise ship anymore. And then there's a lot of other people like me. Again, I have never experienced the ship, so I can't say what's better, but like I prefer an all-inclusive resort. I'm like not good with seasickness. So to me, I was like, check, this sounds awesome. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about it being like on land. So I love this whole idea that it's like Holy Shipwrecked, but basically these are the details in case you guys are interested. So there are 12 pools at this resort. It's all inclusive. So that means you get open bar and I'm pretty sure like all you can eat food, or it's like a certain amount, but food and drinks are included in the price that you pay. And there's like a ton of amenities there. There's a casino. It said that, what else did they have? Like all these, I mean, it looks beautiful. Go look up the pictures of it. This resort looks amazing. Yeah, it looks really, really nice. So the pricing, if you guys are interested, this email says that it's $12.99 per person for four people in a room, $13.99 for a triple, $15.99 for a double. So if it's only two of you in a room, you're paying $15.99. So that's expensive. Like that's not cheap for anybody, especially if you're like on a very tight budget. Usually with these things though, you can do payment plans, which is how I paid for EDC Las Vegas. Like I always do a payment plan because it just makes it so much more affordable for me. Yeah, like some of you might want to spend that money on something else. It's definitely not cheap. That's a chunk of money there, but that's the pricing. I think an all-inclusive resort is awesome. That would be a huge perk to me. My other question is like, how much would a flight cost? I did a quick Google this morning to see like what a flight from New Jersey to Punta Cana would be, and direct flights, the prices were like, they were expensive. They were really expensive. So I would probably have to do like one stop. It's Wednesday, January 22nd to Sunday, the 26th. But they advertise it as a 4-day festival, I believe, which is pretty cool. But I mean, it sounds nuts. Like open bar, 12 pools, complimentary dining options, 24-hour room service, free Wi-Fi, 4 days of beach parties. There's a main stage. You can pre-book, which is really cool. You get room service delivering breakfast, yoga classes, like all this crazy stuff. So anyway, that was the first thing that I wanted to talk about. So I'm really curious to see how all the ship fans out there feel about it not being on a cruise ship. Again, for me, I would prefer to do this. I think this sounds really cool. And I like that they're taking over the entire Hard Rock. I think that's going to be awesome. So go look at the pictures of it. The resort looks beautiful. Again, it's at the Hard Rock in Punta Cana. So I think that's all I had to say about that. My one friend did recently attend Sundara Festival, which was Odessa's festival, and it was all inclusive as well. I forget, that might have been the Riviera Maya. It was something like that. She loved it. She said it was awesome. Again, she paid a lot more though than that. She paid like over $2,000, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if it's a 21 plus event. I wouldn't think so. I don't see anything about age, but definitely I'll look into that for you. So my friend did like an all-inclusive festival that Odessa hosted, and she loved it. She said the performances were really cool, and then during the day you just like hung out, went to the pool. She met a lot of people. She said the drinks and the food were good. So I thought that was really, really interesting. Again, what else? But yeah, I'm curious to see if any of you guys have attended the ship, the actual cruise ship, what your experience was like. I'm sorry, I'm like dying. Do I wear glasses? No, but I do squint a lot and I probably have really bad vision. Yeah, I was gonna say 18 plus because it is in Dominican Republic. I feel like it definitely will be okay. Yeah, so about getting tickets, I'll let you know what they said. So you can what is it? Pre-book goes on sale Friday, May 3rd at 1 p.m. Eastern. So you can purchase a pre-book for Holy Ship. Rect guarantees you a suite at the event. You do one deposit of $250 per suite, not per person. It holds your spot in line. And then as well as how many Holy Ship sailings you've attended will determine the order in which you can select a room. So you're correct. There is they've always done this. It's like a loyalty program. So if you have attended multiple Holy Ships, you get bumped up higher in the line to pick a room. But I wonder if they have more room than the ships. I'm kind of curious. But you get a token and then you get access to the reservation system when it's time to select a suite. So yeah, so that goes on sale Friday, May 3rd. So it'll be really interesting. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was Moonrise. So Moonrise is a festival that takes place in Baltimore, Maryland. I haven't been to Moonrise either. Actually, it's pretty close. Well, it's probably like a 4-hour drive for me. I wanted to go last year, but I had my reasons for not going. But they released their lineup today, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it and give you guys some suggestions based on what I've seen so far. If you guys have looked at it already, let me know what you think. Who are you most excited to see on this lineup? Because I think there's a lot of good ones on here. And then I'm going to give you guys my overall thoughts on the festival and what I've heard from some of my friends who have attended it. So right off the bat, so they have their different stages, right? So they have the Stellar stage, which is their main stage. To me, obviously, Seven Lions was the first name that I saw. I absolutely love Seven Lions. He's my favorite artist. Millennium, it says very small. He's playing a DJ set, which basically just means, I think that he goes a lot harder in his DJ sets, and it's just not a live performance. I don't think he's going to be playing all the instruments and stuff. Tiesto, that's obviously a huge name on there. Yellow Claw, I haven't seen Yellow Claw in a while, but Yellow Claw was one of my OG favorites, so I would definitely go see Yellow Claw. I mean, Nightmare and Slander are going to do Good Vibrations. That's a good one. I know a lot of people like Alan Walker. I've never seen him. My best friend absolutely loves Alan Walker, so that's a good one. Who else is on here? Party Favor. Party Favor is always a good time. His Ultra set was so dope when I went in 2017. I would go see Party Favor. I think he's really, really fun. And then Whipped Cream is on here. She's got a really interesting sound, very bassy. I really, really like her. Okay. I don't want to ruin it. I'll tell you guys at the end my thoughts. But okay, so that's those are the people on main stage that I would probably be the most interested in. Then you have the Lunar stage, which to me, these people obviously stand out as more not more live acts, I guess, is what I would kind of say about that. So you have 21 Savage, Big Gigantic, Black Bear, Excision. There you go, all my bass heads, all my headbangers. You got Excision on the lineup. Griffin. Griffin is one of my favorite artists, hands down. I love him. I love his new music. His whole album is awesome. Jai Wolf is next to him. Again, I would say him, Jai Wolf, very similar vibes. Even you could say Elenium kind of gets a little feelsy on you. They're all a little similar. San Holo, I'm pretty sure that's Zoo's logo. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. I don't know if you could see this logo. I'm pretty sure. I could be making that up though. I don't know anything. But anyway, so then who else do we have on here? So I would recommend them. Griffin, Jai Wolf, Excision. Then you have the Solar Tent, which this is our bass section here. So I kind of like that you have a little bit of everything. So, if you're into more of the feelsy, lighter kind of stuff, you have that. If you like bass artists, here we go. Yeah, it's Zoo. Okay, see, Zoo is still very high on my list. You guys know this. He's going to be playing at EDC Las Vegas, and that's on my fight me, I'm seeing him list. I'll have to tell you guys that story about my rave family for EDC. So in the Solar Tent, you've got 12th Planet. I've seen him. He's super dope. Again, I'm going to butcher all these because I'm not really a bass person, but Ganja White Knight, I've heard a lot of people really like. Infected Mushroom. Kid is awesome. I've seen Kid a couple times when he was coming up and he was opening for people. And then his EDC set, I've watched on YouTube a couple times. It was really, really good. Peekaboo. I'm actually really excited to see Peekaboo at Ever After Festival, which is June 7th to the 9th. Let me know if you guys are going to Ever After, because I'm so excited for that. I've been to Canada, but I've never been to a festival in Canada, and I'm also planning a meetup at Ever After with the festival finesser. So he and I are working on that for you guys. Rusco, Space Jesus, hell yeah. Just saw Space Jesus open. I always go to say Space Jesus every single fucking time. Oh my God. Okay, Space Jesus opened for Zomboy. No, I'll tell you guys the Rave family story in this. It's short and I'm an idiot. Subtronics, Sudden Death, I actually really want to see at EDC. Troy Boy, I was kind of confused as to why Troy Boy's in this group of people, but he is like really bassy. Troy Boy is great. 5. Oof. He brings some fucking fire. I would be at that set. Abstract, I just saw. I really liked him. He was kind of like, he kind of was like a little bass housey. I don't know. I liked him. He was really like boppy. Heckler, I've seen. Heckler's good. That's kind of all I got. I know a lot of people like Sullivan King. And then we have the Celestial Garden. This is going to be your house section. So now we're like breaking it down. So now is the next part. So AC Slater, EDX. I low-key love EDX. I feel like I never talk about EDX on my channel, but I've seen him live a couple times. He plays in New Jersey a lot, actually. He's played Atlantic City. He played, I don't know if any of you guys are going to know this. He played DJs, which is a, how do I describe it? If you ever watched the Jersey Shore, DJs is like the perfect description of that. It's this like beach bar / nightclub right on the water in Belmar, New Jersey. It's like Jersey Shore status. It gets very, very ratchet, and it like feels like 2011 and 2012 frozen in time. They play Alesso's like Lose My Mind every single night, multiple times. They have like foghorns. It's insane. But EDX played there last year, so we were like, you know what, we're gonna go for the night just to see EDX, and it was super dope. Who else is on here? Nora and Pure, I really, really want to see her. And Shiba San. I love Shiba San's sound. Oh, it's so groovy. It's like a deeper house kind of vibe. I fucking love it. We saw like the very beginning of his set at EDC last year, and I wish we got to stay longer. We have Hotel Garuda, Io. If you like dark techno, you'll like Io. I'm again seeing him for the first time at EDC, and I'm really looking forward to it. So those are all of my suggestions. There's other people here that I recognize, but those are like the main ones that I would personally be excited for. So let me know on this list, like what do you think? Are there people that you really, really like on here? If you've gone before in the past, how does this lineup compare to past lineups? I'm not going to Moonrise this year because I will be on a family vacation. So I'm sorry, you guys, in the comments. This happens to me almost every year. I didn't go on the family vacation last year, but I usually go on a vacation around this time in August. So I will be away. I won't be at Moonrise. I have heard, though, well, I haven't just heard, I've seen it a million times. They always have issues with weather. So that was the one reason I never ended up making the trip, because I was too afraid that it was going to get like rained out, or there were going to be like thunderstorms or torrential rain, and it was going to like ruin the night. So hi guys. So I never made the trip to Moonrise just because I was like, I don't want to spend all this money and make this trip down there. But it's weather. It is what it is. They usually end up opening the festival after like an hour or two. So that it happens. All right, I'm gonna check out your comments. Oh, so my Rave family story. Yeah, so some EDC stuff to wrap up this video. So, okay, this is just like, I'm such a type A personality. Well, you guys knew this. Obviously, I'm like the rave mom of my group. But every year when we go to EDC, we make an Excel document, and we each have a page on the Excel doc, and we'll put in like all of the days and the stages, and then we'll just drop in like who we want to see, so that we can all look at each other's pages and like see what everybody is kind of like feeling, you know, like, do we have similar artists? Do we not? And this way we can kind of like prepare mentally for like the battles we're going to have with each other when the set times come out. So hi, you guys. So we each have like our pages, and like me and Brady are very organized. Like we're very similar. So he and I like have the whole pages filled out. And then we color code it. I sound like such a fucking loser right now. Oh my God. And then we color code it by like, what did he call it? It's so fucking funny. It's like, if it has no color, then it just means like you're kind of interested, whatever. I don't think I have it on here. And then it's one color is like, I really want to see them. The second color is like, fight me, which means like, and it's bright green. That means like, I will fight you to the death because we're seeing this artist. So like Eric Prydz isn't my fight me. Who else did I have marked as fight me? Above and Beyond, I had marked as fight me. Fisher, Gorgon City, back to back, Camel Fat. Like those were the ones that I was like, I'm going to battle with you. If this overlaps with one of your fight me's, we're going at it. So we do that. And then Brady made one that was pink that said like, fight me, I want to cry. And he just put it under Millennium. So we can't miss Millennium. And then I put Above and Beyond as my fight me, I want to cry. And then Tara, oh, did I save it? It's so fucking funny. Oh no, I don't think I saved it. Wait, let me see. She, on her page on the Excel document, didn't fill it out at all and just photoshopped a family photo of the four of us with like our heads on these people's bodies. It was so funny. I was crying laughing. I didn't save it, but I'll have to post it on Instagram for you guys. But it was our little family photo. So that describes Tara perfectly in a nutshell. Yeah, see, I'm glad you guys made these sheets. And the funny thing about doing this is it's just for yourself because I don't know, I just like seeing it organized, and then the set times come out and it all just, every shit hits the fan and everybody's overlapping and it's like a fucking nightmare. So prepare for that. They posted the set times the Friday before the festival last year. So I'm expecting like May 10th for them to update the app and you'll see everything. Yeah, Millennium is 1000% the fight me, I'm gonna cry. And Above and Beyond, because we missed Above and Beyond 2 years ago. So that's like a can't miss. Friday is by far. Oh, Zoo. Zoo was one of my fight me's. Yes, 1000%. Friday is going to be a mess. There's Dead Mouse. There's Eric Prydz. There's Above and Beyond. There's Fisher. There's Gorgon City back to back. Camel Fat. Forget who else was there. You guys will be very proud of me though. I have multiple artists on my list at the Wasteland stage, which has never happened to me in the 4 years that I've gone there. So I will make it to a Wasteland set this year. I have Darren Styles, I have Atmospheres, I have Lil Texas. I don't know, people that you guys suggested. I listened to them and I was like, okay, I would go see this. So I'm going to be at Wasteland, and I actually have a lot more artists this year at Neon Garden that I want to see because I've been really into techno and tech house. So I think his name is Enrico San Giuliano. Super dope. Oliver Heldens dropped one of his songs in his Ultra Mix and it's sick. Anger Fist just makes me crack up every time I hear that. And then I would say the least amount of people I have, I don't have too many at Stereo Bloom, but it's a smaller stage. I have like Chris Lorenzo and Holy Goof, but so I probably won't be at Stereo Bloom, and I don't have that many at Bass Pod this year. And Quantum Valley. Actually, but you never know. Like this was all irrelevant because last year I didn't have a lot of people at Quantum Valley, and then we ended up there every single night, even to catch just like 1 or 2 sets. So you never know. Last year I did spend the least amount of time at Wasteland and Bass Pod though, but we'll see where we like end up, where our bodies end up carrying us this year. Definitely seeing Cotton Candy. That's the other thing. You guys have probably heard it. So the meetup is going to be Saturday inside the festival. Once we know the set times, we'll be able to release it. But I'm doing it in collaboration with Jemmy XO here on YouTube. And Cotton Candy is just going to come by if she has time. No pressure. She's just going to roll through. Excision at Main Stage. Yep, that's a really, really good one. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys, so I'm going to do an EDC AMA, which is an Ask Me Anything. It's going to be a YouTube live, and it will probably be sometime next week or next weekend. I wanted to get a feel for when you guys are the most free, and that will be like the last opportunity to literally ask me any questions you have about EDC Las Vegas. So I was thinking either Thursday the 9th, Sunday the 12th, like maybe before Game of Thrones, or even like maybe the 13th or 14th right before the festival, but I'm going to be packing then, so we'll see. But let me know if you would be interested in EDC AMA. All right, I want to see your comments here before I go. Oh, and who else is like so upset the Game of Thrones finale is EDC weekend? I can't even talk about it. It's fucked. The whole thing's fucked. Clash Finder is good for making a schedule. Really interesting. Awesome. I always use the Insomniac app too, so I'm really excited about that. Zoo is amazing. I've heard such good things about Zoo. Cosmic Gate is on my list. Yep, I've got Cosmic Gate. I've got Blacklist, which is Zoo's alias. And there's a couple other like big people who I wanted to see. I'm bummed that Oliver Heldens and Seven Lions won't be there, but it's okay. I made some really dope perlers though, and I'm doing one more candy making session with Tara this Saturday. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna make a couple more perlers and bracelets, tons of stuff to trade at the meetup. I'm with you, Ingrid. I'm definitely trying to make it to every stage this year too. So food at EDC, well, like number one thing, if you've heard people talk about it, is the lemonade. So they have two lemonades. They have like fresh squeezed, delicious lemonade, and then they have electric lemonade, which be forewarned has alcohol in that because we drank that one year and we were like, this tastes funny. And then we realized after that it's spiked. But I get like multiple lemonades. It's just so fucking refreshing when you're all hot and sweaty. Oh, it's the best. But other foods, I don't know, they have like really interesting stuff, and definitely like look around. There are some designated areas that have like sitting areas where you can kind of just like sit and hang out. One other thing, Pasquale posted this week that there is a new downtown area at EDC. So I'm so curious to kind of see what that's all about. There's the Carnival Square right in the middle of the festival where you'll find tons of like vendors. They had a whole vaping section. They had a glitter bar. Like you can buy clothing there. They had so much stuff. They have a lot of general stores. One thing I will say about the general store, you guys, so we usually hit it up at the beginning of the night, almost every night, to either buy a piece of merch as like a souvenir. I always buy candy because I love candy. They definitely have like lots of stuff. The lines get really bad. I always think that they're kind of pretty low on staff at the general stores. So just be forewarned, there's multiple throughout the festival. So if one has really, really long lines, go look around for another one. Rez was on my list. Queso, I've never seen queso, never seen Io, I've never seen whipped cream. There were a lot of people that I'm going to be seeing for the first time, and that is so exciting. Idris Elba back-to-back Solardo. Fuck me up. It's going to be so good. I can't, no, because Game of Thrones would be premiering at 6 p.m. And I usually like to be like at the festival like by 7 o'clock. But we were talking about like as soon as we leave the festival, we're gonna go and watch it as soon as we get home because I do not want any spoilers or anything like that. Don't think I've heard of 13. Yeah, Rez at Circuit Grounds into Eric Prydz last year. Like I think my soul ascended to heaven. The general store is there's a bunch of them. There was one right next to Cosmic Meadow. There was one right next to Circuit Grounds, and I think there was one more. I buy candy. I buy like lollipops and like all that fun stuff. How much does the time zone change affect you? It wasn't too bad. Like I said, like try and get your rest Thursday night into Friday if you can. I got not lucky. I wouldn't say I got lucky, but this year we kind of got like screwed a little on flights. They were very, very expensive to go to Vegas. And so we were like, you know what? Let's fly in really late Wednesday night for the first time because the hotel rooms were super cheap. And it ended up costing us less money to fly in Wednesday night. And we're leaving like first thing Tuesday morning and bought like a cheap hotel room. So we're actually really excited about that because we'll get to just go straight to sleep on Wednesday, sleep in on Thursday. And I think that will actually be better for us than traveling on Thursday. So I'm really, really happy it worked out that way. And I don't know, maybe we'll hit up a pool party Thursday. We've never really done that. I'm kind of leaning towards the Rufus du Sol night swim at Encore Beach Club on Thursday. That sounds like right up my alley. I've never seen them play, and they are not playing the festival, which I was surprised about. There's a lot of people playing EDC week that are not playing the festival. Ooh, okay, I'm writing this down. I'm gonna go listen to 13 right after this. You guys have given me such good suggestions. That's the problem though. you keep recommending people to me and I keep liking them, and now I want to see more and more people, and it's not gonna happen. But anyway, I think that's all I have for you guys. Do you guys have any more questions? So I think I covered everything. Holy Shipwrecked. I'm really excited to see what happens with that. I would love to go to Holy Shipwrecked, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And I mean, we're just getting into 2019. I gotta think in the future, 2020, what festivals. Electric Forest is like very high up on my list for 2020. So it might have to be an EDC versus Electric Forest in 2020, but we'll talk about that another time. If they showed Game of Thrones at EDC, that would be really cool. So we'll see. All right, I will listen to 13 and I will report back on Twitter, you guys. Oh, and last thing. So if you guys haven't listened to Rave Culture, my podcast, definitely go check it out. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts about it. I have been loving recording that for you guys. I have the next 3 weeks recorded. I had my first guest come this weekend, and it was a really good episode. I loved what we got to talk about. And tomorrow's episode is awesome. I'll give you guys the first clue. I'm talking all about the misconceptions about raving and about going to EDM shows, and I get like very into it, and I talk about basically like all the negative things that people say about us and like all the negative connotations associated with raving, and it's a good one. I go on a couple rants, so I'm super excited about it. I just submitted it to Spotify because I don't know why it's not on Spotify yet, but should be available everywhere else. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It'll be up first thing in the morning. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good night. Bye, guys.